Hi everyone, in this video we're going to go over Leetcode, contains duplicate 2 question. Major tech companies like Google, Facebook, Microsoft are asking this question while they're conducting their technical interviews. I hope you will find this video tutorial helpful for your technical interview preparation. Let's start with reading the question. Given an array of integers and an integer k, find out whether there are 2 distinct indices I and j in the array such that nums of I is equal to nums of j, and the absolute difference between I and j is at most k. So what the question is saying is, we are looking for a duplicate in this array. In this case, 1 and 1 is a duplicate. And the difference between the index numbers should be less than or equal to k. For example, index number of this one is 0, and index number of this one is 3. 3 minus 0 is 3, is equal to k, so we return true. It should be less than or equal to k. It says I and j is at most k, at most k. Let's see the second example. We have 1 here, index 2, 1 here, index 3. 3 minus 2 is equal to 1, is equal to k1, so this one will return true. And let's see the third one. We have 1 here at index 0 and 1 here at index 3. Is 3 minus 0 is 3, greater than 2, won't work for this one. Let's check 2. 1 and 4, 4 minus 1, 3, won't work again. 2 and 5, 5 minus 2 is 3, is greater than k again, so we will return false for this one, because all the numbers are greater than k. How are we going to solve this question? Let's see this on the whiteboard. So intuitively, what we think of is we can use 2 for loops to solve this question. When one of the for loop is going through in the through the array, for example I, when I in this is here, j in this can go through all the rest of the items from I plus 1 until the end. When we find a number, we can check if they're equal, so we find a duplicate that way. Then we can check their index numbers if the index numbers are less than or equal to k. So this is one way of doing this question. And the time complexity would be O(n) squared, so it's not very efficient. What we can do instead is using hash maps. Hash maps have constant lookup time O1, order of 1, and we will go through the array, so this will give us O(n) time, and lookup time is O1 time, so that will give us O(n) linear time complexity. So what we need to do is, as we go through, we store each number in the hash map. And when we stop at each item, we check if the item is in the map. If it's in the map, we return true. Otherwise, we return false. So what we do is, here, we also check the index difference of the numbers, because we store the index number of the items as well. So this is how we do this. This is the map we create. Let's put this here, map. In the map, we store the element and their index numbers. So let's start with this. As we go through in the for loop, let me actually paste the code here as well so we can understand. We go with a for loop, each item. And the current value is, the element is nums of y. We can say element. and we put the element here. In this one, I put element 1, and its index number is 0. Index number is 0. Then I put 2 element, and its index number is 1. And the second element is 3. So 3 is the element, and its index number is 2. Every time before I put this element in the map, I check if this item is in the element, if in the map. And that way, if their index number difference is less than or equal to k, I can say I found the answer. So now I come to 1. I check if 1 is in the map, and yes it is. I get its index number, because I put the index number before. Index number of 3 minus index number of 0, that will give me k3. So that is less than or equal to k I'm looking for. So I will return true for this question. So let's see how this works. First I check if the map contains the key, current value, the element number. If I minus, I is my current index here, I get the current value's index number by map.get current value, because I store the index here, is less than or equal to k. If these two booleans are true, then I return true. Otherwise, I continue putting the number in the map. So I put the current value in the map. Let's see this for the second one. So the first element is 1, and its index number is 0. The second element is 0. The value is 0, and index number is 1. The element is 1, and we put 1 before. So we check if 1 is here. In this one, k is 2. Sorry, k is 1 in this question. So we check if 1 is in the map, and yes it is. And we check if I minus get current value, and these two booleans are true. And in this case, map that current value, I minus map that get current value, is greater than k, so that will give us 2. So we put the new 1, the new element, in the new index position. So that will give us 2. So we update the position of this. And so we update the position of this to index 2. And this time we check the map again. Does the map contain the current value? Yes, it does. So it's true. Is I minus map.current value, so 3 minus 2, is less than or equal to k? Yes, it's true. So we return true. Then we found the answer. So this works this way. So let's see this in the code and run the code. So we create the hash map here. It's an integer map. Then we go through the items. We can call this element or current value, doesn't matter. I put a current value here, and that will give us the current element of nums of I. If it's in the map, then this is the first check is true. I minus get current value is less than or equal to k, then I return true. Otherwise, I keep putting the item in the map. I also update the current numbers if that's in the numbers in the map. I also update the current index number as well if that's the situation. And finally, if all of this fails, then I return false. That's pretty much it. Let's submit and see. Okay, this works. So this is pretty much it for this question. I hope you found this video tutorial helpful, and I have more videos coming up. So if you subscribe to my channel, we can meet again later. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.